We are starting a new segment here called Catching Up with the Chamber, where we sit down with the San Diego Regional Chamber of Commerce to see what they're working on and how it could impact you. Joining us now, President and CEO Jerry Sanders and the Executive Director of Public Affairs, Justine Murray. Thanks so much for coming in, guys.
Well, thank you for inviting us. We appreciate that.
Remind our folks at home how incredible the Chamber is, what you guys do for the city of San Diego.
Well, we've been around for 153 years, so we've really been formative in a lot of the things that have happened in San Diego.
Yeah.
We have over 2,000 members. We're the largest membership group in the city, and in fact, we're the largest chamber on the West Coast. A lot of those members are small members, but then the rest of them are the ones you see on buildings, whether it's Qualcomm or whether it's the Padres or whether it's SeaWorld or all of them. But we do a lot of work with the smaller businesses, with a whole line of seminars and webinars and mixers and all that type of thing, just to keep them in place so that we can move forward kind of in lockstep so that we let people know what the business community needs.
Yeah, not just locally here, city, state, but we're talking international. Can you touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, so we are focused at all levels of government at the Chamber, especially given our region and how important our binational mega region is.
Right.
Something that's top of mind for us right now is the Tijuana River Valley sewage problem, which has become much more top of mind, I think, for everyone. We're seeing the impacts at the border, and there's a lot of great momentum and advocacy that we're doing for that right now at the Chamber, because we realize it not just affects our residents, but our mission at the Chamber is to make the San Diego region the best place to live and work. And when you have public health issues, water quality, that really affects the economy and the businesses, not just in the South Bay, but all up our coast.
Yeah, it really does. We hear from a lot of those businesses when we have rain, like we're going to have this weekend. Beaches are shut down. People are told to stay out of the water. It's good to know that something's being done here, because I think, Jerry, there's a lot of people that are concerned that there's been a lot of talk, but there hasn't been a lot of things that have happened. There's been a lot of productivity when it comes to getting things fixed there.
Well, and that's one of the reasons we go to Washington, D.C., so that we can have direct conversations with the people who are in charge of this.
Good.
But our congressional delegation's been doing a great job, and our team has worked with them, and they just pulled in over $100 million more money on top of the $300 million that's already been put in place. So we're finally seeing the solutions coming. It's not going to happen fast enough for everybody, but at least they're in place, and a lot of it's funded.
Justine, talk a little bit about the Medi-Cal reimbursement rates. I know that's top of mind for a lot of folks too.
Definitely top of mind, especially in our region where our healthcare industry is so prevalent. So for those that don't know about Medi-Cal, it's essentially California's version of Medicaid.
Right.
And there are about 1 million San Diego residents, 325,000 of them being our youth, that rely on this program. For every dollar spent, 80 cents gets reimbursed by Medi-Cal, which is obviously a problem for our healthcare system. There's a gap then for our revenue. There's also a gap then in service, because hospitals can't necessarily always accept these patients. And so the Chamber was very proud to support Vice Chair Lawson Reamer's recent board action at the County Board of Supervisors to essentially bring together stakeholders to advocate to the state about this gap, and look what other counties are doing to address this issue.
Jerry, talk about this delegation that's heading off to D.C. You guys are going to continue the work out on the East Coast as well.
Right. We'll be going to Washington, D.C. April 14th through 17th, and we'll have probably 150, 160 delegates, including the mayor of San Diego, including a lot of council members, including the county supervisors, but it's also a lot of business leaders, and we go and have meetings with we'll meet with Customs and Border Protection to try to work on the border issues. We'll meet with EPA. We'll be meeting on a whole healthcare track. So
lots of discussions to be had.
3 days of nonstop discussions.
Well, we know you have San Diego's back, that's for sure. Jerry, Justine, thanks so much for coming in. If people want to learn more about the Chamber, is there a website people can go to learn the great work you guys are doing?
Definitely. Please check out our website, our social media. We have our DC trip, but a lot of great local events also to get to know local electeds, business members. So please feel free to check us out there.
Thanks again for coming in.
Thank you.
All right, we're taking a quick break. We'll be right back.